Hello and welcome to Coaching with Tally. We are here today talking about uncovering the masterpiece that you already are. And this is super significant in the place of learning how to stand in your own confidence, learning how to trust yourself, and then also this is what gives you the ability to be able to be in overflow and love well. So we're continuing the theme from yesterday about knowing and trusting and loving yourself, and just building on that a little bit more, talking about really seeing your identity as the masterpiece, as this incredibly beautiful gift to the world, full of strengths and full of just worth, really. Like knowing and loving and connecting to your own worth builds confidence, builds self-trust, and allows you to love really well. So my name is Tally, and I am a life and personal development coach. I work with leaders to create lives of overflowing impact in the world that are centered in joy. It's really about getting leaders aligned to who they are, to what it is that they're made for, firing on all cylinders, so having a life that works in every single area of life, and then being in overflow to really make a difference for other people. So your ability to have that confidence, to have that self-love, to have that trust of yourself, and to be able to love well is completely connected to your ability to be in the journey of uncovering who you already are, the gifts and the strengths and the beauty of your authentic self. So it's like the difference in experience. One feels like you're striving toward creating something, and the other one feels like you're resting back into the discovery of what's already there. So I believe that all of us exist in all of our fullness right now in this moment. The fullness of who you are, the beauty of who you are, the strengths, it's all there. And the journey isn't like going out trying to create something. The journey is uncovering it, is the beauty of discovering what's in you and allowing that to shine out brighter and brighter and brighter. Not that we don't grow and all of that, but really the identity, it's all already there. It's all already in you. So if you can rest back into the enjoyment and the process of discovery rather than figuring out what you think you should be and get out there and strive to create, it's just a whole different life experience. And you've all been around people who have done this work on themselves, regardless of whatever the boxes that they check in our kind of like their beauty or their intelligence or their success, whatever those things are. You've met people who don't check all of these boxes in certain ways, like the way that the world measures beauty or the way the world, whatever. But they have this inner like knowing and loving and enjoying themselves and living in this confidence. And like I've met people like that before. I'm like, that's interesting that they are that confident given kind of like what they have to work with. I don't know how to explain it, but and I'm really in awe of people that just know who they are and love who they are despite what things have come against them or what things they don't have, whatever, on paper with what our world values to work with, so to speak. And yet they stand in this incredible confidence and love for themselves. And people like that are so wonderful to be around. Whether they have like outward beauty or not, whether they have outward success, the way that we measure success or not. People that know who they are, who love themselves in the way that they are, and who just are at ease with themselves are so wonderful to be around. People who are just authentic with who they are wonderful to be around. They actually give you permission to be you and to enjoy yourself and to be enjoyed by them. It's wonderful to be around. So this journey into knowing, like beyond the masks that you wear, beyond the things that we put forth to allow ourselves to be accepted, to get ourselves a sense of belonging or significance or approval or all of those things, we tend to put up these masks. And we can talk more about that. I think we might do something on that tomorrow because it's a deeper part of this conversation. But when we allow those masks to come down and we are our authentic selves, when we give ourselves permission to just be who we are, there's such a freedom in it, and there's such a beauty in it, and there's such a just like a relief getting to be who you are. So I'm just looking at my time. I think we're okay. So there's a quote by Michelangelo, who is the artist who created the statue of David. And I've actually gotten to be there the last couple years. I've led a retreat in Florence area, and so gotten to go and see the statue of David, and it's breathtakingly beautiful. It's an incredibly beautiful statue. And one of the things that the artist Michelangelo said in creating that statue is that he didn't set out to create something that he saw in his mind. He actually saw the beauty of David in the stone, and he cut away everything that wasn't him until what was left and revealed was this statue of David, which I think is beautiful. It illustrates a lot of what I'm talking about, with not needing to create something that you think is going to get you accepted or approved of, or a sense of belonging or a sense of significance or worth or comfort. It's allowing what is already there in you, allowing yourself to enjoy the discovery of it and allowing that to shine through. So it's a different experience of the process, but knowing that you already exist in all of your fullness and all of your beauty with all of your strengths, and learning to just let that shine through, learning to let go of the masks, learning to just be your authentic self is such a gift. And it's incredibly valuable, again, in terms of you standing in your confidence, you being able to trust your own self, and then being able to give in overflow of that. So you actually, until you do this work for you, two things that are not so great will be the case. So one, you will be looking outside of yourself to get a sense of worth, to get a sense of approval, to get like what you don't feel inside. You'll be looking outside of you to get those things, and it'll have the experience of like taking something from somebody else, for them and for you, often. When you have that in yourself, then you can just be actually in overflow. You have that self-love to give away. So until you have that in yourself, you'll be trying to take it, and you also won't actually be able to receive it. Like the level, so like just imagine this cup. If this is the level that I value and trust and believe in myself, that I love myself, like if somebody else comes in and sees this much worth in me all the way to the top, I actually won't allow it to get past this. It's almost like there's a hole in the bottom of the cup or something like that. It'll stay at this level. It's like there's a hole right here. And until I fill that hole, until I do the work to heal that, I can't fill to capacity, if that makes sense. And I won't actually let anybody else either. Like they'll be trying to give it, and I hear it, but it's not, I won't believe them beyond the level that I believe it for myself. Does that make sense? So you're doing your own work on this to see where are the holes. I don't know if this analogy is working, it's just coming to me. But until you see like where you have holes in your own self-identity and your own sense of self-worth, you won't be able to fill beyond that. And so what that does is it keeps you from being in overflow to other people. When you know your worth, when you trust yourself, when you love yourself really well, you're not trying to take that from anybody else, and you can receive fully as people are giving that to you. You're like, it's affirmation, but it's not like this thing you have to get in order to feel a sense of self-worth. And you also are able to just overflow love to other people in beautiful ways. So totally encourage you to lean into this journey of loving yourself. And one little thing you can do right now is set your timer for a minute and just write without stopping all of the things that you love and appreciate about yourself that you can think of in 1 minute. So have fun with that. Let those things in. Let you appreciate and love yourself deeply. So hopefully that is supportive for you in this journey of self-love, building confidence, trust, and also being able to love well. So have a beautiful rest of your day. We'll see you here again soon with some more coaching with Tally.